What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Red Crimson 102. Happy early Thanksgiving to all. Thanksgiving is next week. I hope you guys are ready to eat. Man, I gotta tell you guys, Thanksgiving is actually my favorite time of the year. Not only because I like to eat and all the good food, but the togetherness, the family. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why it's one of my favorite holidays, even more so than Christmas. So anyway, guys, sorry I've been missing. Been busy getting things together. Got my own business. I just been trying to get things going, get things working, get everything set up. Running a business is pretty hard, man. It's hard work and it costs a little bit of money too. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about what's going on with me. I'm here to show you guys my new Thanksgiving / Black Friday pickup. And there are some games that I'm about to show you guys that I've actually had for a good while. I just never really opened it. It's been sitting on the shelf, but it's mixed in with the more current games. So okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started right about now. Yeah, you see that, guys. This is a Sora amiibo from what's that game called? Kingdom Hearts. Now you guys are probably saying to yourselves, who the hell collects amiibos anymore? Actually, I don't care who collects amiibos still. I actually still got a soft spot in my heart for amiibos. I think amiibos are very, very cool. Yes, I don't collect all of them. I just collect the ones that looks really cool, the one that I like. Okay, so one of my recent pickups, you guys already know, Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake. Game been making a lot of noise. Before the game actually came out, I've seen people online bashing it that it's not going to do well because the pre-orders, like nobody was pre-ordering the game. You can't really judge a game off that because I don't pre-order games. I just like when the game comes out, I just go to the store and get it. Romancing Saga 2. This game actually surprised me. A lot of people never played the older games that was on the Super Nintendo, and it also was in Japanese, I believe, but it do have an English version. Actually, Romancing Saga 2 and 3 has been out on the Nintendo Switch for quite some time. The old school turn-based 2D ones, which are pretty good, by the way. I started off on Romancing Saga 3, and that game was freaking pretty awesome, and I hope they redo the third one. But I played the demo for this game, and man, this game is really good. It really blew my socks off. The demo was so good, I went right out and purchased the game. So the game is available on Nintendo Switch, of course, and is on Steam. I downloaded the demo on Steam. Looks great on there, plays great on there, 60 FPS, whatever. On the Nintendo Switch, however, it's 30 FPS, but it really, really, really looks and plays good on the Nintendo Switch. I have no issues with the Nintendo Switch version. Alright, The Evil Within for the Xbox 360. Damn, Red Crimson, you still buying 360 games? You still playing 360 games? Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I guess so. Especially a lot of the Xbox 360 titles are backwards compatible on the Series X. You know how it goes. The Evil Within, I actually bought this for $6. You can purchase a lot of 360 games at GameStop for $6. So, and that's a steal, really. I was actually surprised to see that they still had Xbox 360 games on the shelves. And as you can see, it's in mint condition. Intact. This was one of my favorite games when it first launched on the 360, and it came out around the time when the Xbox One and PS4 was released. So they also came out with a PS4 and an Xbox One version, which I have both, by the way. I have all three games. I have the 360 version, the Xbox One version, the PS4 version. So in the midst of me playing this game on 360, when I finally upgraded to the Xbox One, I went out and purchased the Xbox One version. The game actually looks really good on here. Another game is Prototype 2. Prototype is one of those I wouldn't say slept on games. I would say it's half and half. A lot of people know about this game and some people don't know about this game. But the ones that do know it's a great game beneath the surface. I've heard of this game back in the days, even the 360 era, but 360 has so many great games, man. It kind of got overshadowed. I wouldn't say I overlooked it, but in a way, I didn't overlook it. It's just that it got bombarded with a whole bunch of games to the point where I forgot about Prototype. And this is Prototype 2, of course, and I had a Prototype 1. I never played 2, but I played the first Prototype game. I believe I played the demo, and it was pretty good. And I fired this game up on my old 360, my Halo Reach 360 edition, and this game actually looks good and it plays well. And it kind of took me back a little bit, and I started realizing, like, wow, 360 was really a great system. And the games, Microsoft really did a great job with the 360 because, you know, playing this game, it really took me back. I'm like, wow, there's no DLC. It's a whole entire game. You know, the game loads one time, you just jump right into the action. It really took me back, and this is a really good game. And as I said, guys, I was aware of this game back in the days. I just never got around to it. But what I did do is I actually purchased both games on Steam. And usually in a Steam sale, you will find this game dirt cheap. I bought both games for dirt cheap, less than $10 for both games. You cannot beat that. So I'll probably check it out on there. That was one of my goals over this weekend, to download either games, play it on my Steam Deck, my ROG Ally, whatever, and experience it in 60 frames per second. I'm not sure if this game is even 60 frames per second on the 360, but it doesn't matter now because I have it on Steam. Okay, another game needs no introduction. Guerrilla recently came out and said they're not making any more Killzone games. They're done with Killzone, which is a huge mistake, and it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard a company say. Killzone is one of Sony's best franchises, one of their best series. And Killzone, for those of you guys that don't know, was actually Sony's answer to Halo, but we already seen how that turned out. Halo was a hard game to topple back in the 360 era. But if you take Halo out of your mind, Killzone is actually a great game, and there's a lot of controversy when Killzone 2, when they first announced it back in the days, it was to showcase the power of the PS3, and it was kind of a mixed bag. I think they kind of overblown the game, obviously, but Killzone is a great series. I think the best one is Killzone 3. I have this game, Killzone 2, digitally, but like I said, I walked into the GameStop a week or so ago, and they had a whole bunch of 360 and PS3 games sitting on the shelf in very good condition. As you can see, fully intact. You got a booklet, a manual. Remember those, guys? So I'm a physical collector, and Killzone is a great game, so I pretty much had to get the physical copy for this game, even though I have it digitally on my PS3. Darksiders, a lot of people know about this game as well too, and a lot of people are yes, aware of it, and also a lot of people haven't played it, but you know, it is what it is. The Darksiders is actually a very, very, very good series. A lot of people try to say this game is like Zelda, but that's a lie. I don't know why people said that. I think that was just a marketing scheme. They were telling you guys that it plays like Zelda, so people can go out and buy this game. That's all it was. This game is nothing like Zelda. If anything, Darksiders is more like, I would say, God of War. That's a perfect example. It's more like God of War, but the story is not as great as God of War. God of War has a story and everything, but I actually like this game better than God of War. And they made 4 games. All 4 games are great. The third game is the best one. Then the first one I'll put second. Great series. Actually paid $6 for this, guys. And For you smart asses out there that's wondering why the game isn't in the case, that's because it's in my console. I've been playing this. Oh, another thing too. This game is backwards compatible with the Xbox Series X and any modern Xbox console for that matter, and it upscales it to 4K HDR and gives it 60 FPS. That's if it wasn't 60 FPS. It's also available on the Switch. Now, this is Shaun White snowboarding road trip for the Nintendo Switch. I actually purchased this game at a local thrift store near me. Every now and then they have video games in there. Actually, they have games in there all the time. And I bought it for $2. X-Men Destiny for the Wii. Also purchased this game at my local thrift store. Never played it. Oh, Injustice. Everybody knows this game. I think the Injustice games are pretty good, especially the second game. The second game was really, really, really good. The storyline in that game was crazy. Awesome game, man. Injustice is one of those games where I buy it on every system. I think I owe it to myself to actually go out and buy the physical game. I'm not sure if I have Injustice 2 in my library, but if I don't, I need to go and get that game. So this is the first one on the Wii U. Not sure if it's any different, better or worse than the Xbox. What system was this on? A 360, of course. Then they also had I don't know, may have been backwards compatible on the Xbox One. For some reason, I kept on thinking Injustice also came out on the Xbox One, but I believe it was a 360 and PS3. So that makes sense, being that it would have a Wii U version. Never played on the Wii U, but okay. Now here's another game, The Last Faith. Now this is The Last Faith Nightcrux edition. $50. It's a steal, by the way. It comes with a soundtrack and an art book, and I think it comes with something else too. Oh yes, I believe 4 lithograph cards. This is actually a really dope game. It's a Metroidvania type game. It reminds me of Metroidvania, of course, for one, and actually a 2D Dark Souls. This is pretty much a 2D Dark Souls game. Not the best, not perfect. There's some things I think they could have did a lot better, but for some strange reason, I kept playing this game, and I played it until I finished it. So I did finish this game. I have it on Steam as well, and I'm actually a backer, so I backed the Nintendo Switch edition. And yeah, this game is pretty dope, man. Standard game is like $30. You can probably get it cheaper than that now. I need to get me the collector's edition for the Nintendo Switch. But dope game, man. I played it until I finished it. So we have Silent Hill 2, another game that needs no introduction. This is the Silent Hill 2 remake. Good ratings, nothing bad about it. Everybody loved this game. They think it was an awesome remake. I started playing it, but then I stopped, so I need to get back into it. But one thing about me, when I start playing games, man, it takes me a very long time, months to even get back into it. But dope game. It's on sale right now, Black Friday. I think I seen it for $50. That's a good deal. Kind of wish I waited. But if you got the money, you got the money, right? But it's $50 now, man. So $50 is better than $70. And we're going to keep it moving here. Paper Mario. Now, this is a GameCube game. Everybody's saying that this is the best Paper Mario game they ever came out with. Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. Never played it back then. Still haven't even opened it, so haven't played it on the Switch. Can't really say if it's good or not. But I'm not going to lie. This game looks really, really great. I've been itching to play it. Just never got around to it. Borderlands 3 Ultimate Edition. Borderlands is a pretty popular game and it has a decent fan base as well. I always thought the second Borderlands 2 game was really good, but I tried going back to it and I really wasn't into it. It's very hard too. But honestly, I would say Borderlands 3 is the best game in the series so far, man. And this game is really, really good on the Switch. And I believe they came out with a 60 FPS patch. I got this game running 60 FPS. Not a solid 60 FPS. It dropped frame rates, but the game actually plays pretty well. I haven't really had any issues with it, but I really enjoyed it on the Switch. I started playing the game. I actually have this on Xbox One. I bought this on Xbox One a long time ago. And I really like this game, man. This game is really good. I would say it's the best one so far. And it's really great on Switch. Wow, this game's a 62 gigabyte download. That's crazy. Yeah, so the game is not entirely on the cartridge. So there's some game there's it's not entirely on the cartridge, so there is a download there. I think somebody said the 62 gig download is actually full. It's less than 62, but I don't know. Either way, you still need a memory card to play it. Moving along here, this game needs no introduction. Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. You guys see my video on the pickup that I did for this game, as well as the, you know what, let me not say anything, but for those of you guys that haven't seen my pickup video for this game, go check it out. King of Fighters 13 global match. Now look guys, listen, I'm one of the biggest King of Fighters fans, and when I heard this game was coming out for the Nintendo Switch, I was mighty excited. Now I have this game on the Xbox 360. I remember buying the collector's edition at GameStop when I was in my 20s. That's how old this game is, but it feels new. Love this game. I hate the only thing I ruined this game is the cheap last boss. Man, the boss, I don't know why they made the bosses so cheap in King of Fighters game, but this game is available on everything, man. They even have it on Android and I believe iPhone. At one point, it was free on Android, which was cool. I think now you got to pay for it, and it is what it is, dude. It's on everything. I have it on Steam as well, Xbox 360, like I said. But you know, I'm a big Nintendo Switch fan, so I had to get this on the Nintendo Switch, and it looks and plays well on the Nintendo Switch, guys. Go cop that. All right, moving along here. Eiyuden Chronicles, Eiyuden Chronicles 100 Heroes. Now, there is a game prior to this. I forgot the name of it. Haven't played it, but I got it digitally on the Nintendo Switch. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, this game, I believe, is based off of, remember that game back in this on PS1 called Suikoden, which they are making I believe a 1 and 2 remaster or remake rather. Can't wait for those games to come out. Those games are awesome, man. I love them. So yeah, so I believe it's made by the same people or the same guy. So if you like Eiyuden Chronicles back in the days on the PS1, excuse me guys, sorry, forgive me. I mean, if you like, I don't know guys, my brain is just somewhere else, man. Suikoden. So if you grew up in my era and you're familiar with Suikoden 102, the turn-based RPG is made by the same people, I believe, or at least the guy that was in charge of the first two games, Suikoden on the PS1. So if you like those games, you will like these. I can't really tell you if you will like this game. I can't really tell you if it's better than Suikoden 1 and 2. I don't know. I mean, I really, it's too early to tell. Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. Nothing but good things about this game, guys. Nothing but good things about this game. You already know Sega and Atlas can't do any wrong when it comes to those RPG games, man. And I also have the original version, which is just called Shin Megami Tensei 5. So Vengeance is like a more complete edition. You can save anywhere. In the original, you couldn't save anywhere. You had to go to a save spot. So if you were grinding it out, it got real far, you died, I mean, you just lost all your progress and you had to restart from your last save point, which sucks. And I kind of wish I played the base version till the end and finish it, but I didn't, man. Like, I just didn't. It's not that the game got boring or anything. It's just that, man, when you have money, man, and you're adult, you can buy as many games as you want. And you have a library of games. Like you can see my background. It's kind of hard to stick to one game. So, you know, but that's the only reason why I finished it. Dope game. And I kind of wish, what I want to say was, I kind of wish I actually played and finished the base game before I even got this game right here. So now that I have this game, it's kind of even pointless to have the other one. And I have the collection for the base Shin Megami Tensei 5. So I don't know. I really don't know what to tell you guys. Maybe I just crack open this one to start on this one. Now, this is called Bayonetta, Cereza, and the Lost Demon. They had a demo for this game. It was kind of weird. It's one of those games where it starts out kind of slow and you just have to keep on playing it. It looks like the longer you play, the better it gets, but I never really even finished the demo. You know, it basically shows the origins of Bayonetta and how she started out and stuff like that. When they showed the trailer to the gameplay back in the days, well, several years ago, not back in the days, when they showed the trailer for this game, when they first announced it, several years ago, on a Nintendo Direct, I kind of thought it looked a little bit too childish and, I don't know, watered down from the OG Bayonetta, so it kind of throws me off. But it seems like one of those low-key games, like if you play it long enough, you might like it. But you probably have to take Bayonetta, the OG Bayonetta, the original Bayonetta out of your brain and forget that, she was once hardcore with all these guns and all this powers and stuff. And maybe you might be able to enjoy this game. But anybody that played this game, man, let me know how it is. Nayuta Boundless Trails. Nayuta Boundless Trails Deluxe Edition. This game also comes with a book. I'm not sure if it comes with a soundtrack, but you know how NIS do. Every time they come out with a game, they always give you the full package, soundtrack, manual, all those goodies. So it makes it more enticing to even get the game. Now, this game, I forgot, was originally a PSP game. Yes, it was, but hey, it's on the Switch. I never played it on the PSP, so now I got it on Switch. And I like supporting NIS. They make good games. They packaging is just complete when it comes to the games. Now here goes another game, Iron Meat. I was waiting for this game to come out for so long. I remember they had a demo and I seen it. I was like, what's this? So it's basically like Contra. So if you're a fan of Contra, the run and gun, you're old school like me, you would like this game. And I played a demo. This game was really good, man. I thought it was also really hard. Now, it finally came out. It's also available digitally. I had to get the cartridge, the physical copy. You guys already know how I do. I finished the game several times. What I like about this game, man, you can just pick it up, and once you pick it up, you want to play to the end. You can beat this game in a one sitting, and I think that was intentional. That's what they wanted you to do. Just pick this game up and just breeze through the whole game solo or with a friend. Now, people have been comparing this to, and it comes with a manual too, guys. You already know that's a big plus. People have been comparing it to Contra, the most recent 2D Contra game that came out. And when I played a demo, I was like, wow, for this game, I thought it was better than Contra. But I had to really think about it and I had to go back to Contra. And you can say some things are better, and in some ways it's not better. I will probably still give it to Contra. I think Contra is more balanced than this game. What I don't like about this game is not balanced really well. And I believe Contra has better guns. Oh, my keys fell out. Contra has better guns than this game. And the guns are a little bit more interesting in Contra than this. And you have to shoot the enemies too many times. Even when you get your power-ups, you get special weapons, you still have to shoot the enemies a whole lot. I kind of didn't like that. And to be fair, in Contra, yeah, the bosses were bullet sponges, but at least in Contra, when you had your weapons, you can feel like you were doing a lot of damage, and the boss would crap out at any minute. So yeah, so I didn't like how you had to shoot even regular enemies so many times and the bosses so many times. Whatever, most of the, I don't know, well, whatever, guys, you get it, man. This game just felt a lot cheaper. It doesn't feel challenging. It feels the challenge from this game more so comes from the game being cheap. I think the way how the game was designed was the stages were the enemy placement was poorly designed to me. They purposely made the game cheap to make it seem like it's a harder game, harder than what it is. What Contra is just more balanced, and I like the gameplay better. So I still think Contra is a better game, but this game is actually really cool. I think it's more of a pick up and play versus the Contra if you're in for the challenge. But yeah, I still give it a Contra. Dope game though. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to put this game down because it's actually really good. It's a good game. It's good. It's good. So if you see it and you're into run and gun games like Contra, buy it. You won't be disappointed. Might not hold your attention for a good while, but it's good for one sitting. Now, 256 gigabyte memory card. Now, with so many games and with games nowadays that takes up a lot of space, you need extra memory. And right now, you can catch a sale on a lot of different size memory cards, SD cards. And I remember Nintendo and SanDisk partnered up to do Nintendo themed memory cards. As you can see, this one has the Mario Star on there. They have some with Zelda, the Zelda symbol on there, and the Pokemon symbol. You know, it's an aesthetics type thing. You know what I'm saying? I normally just go for the regular SanDisk cards because they tend to be cheaper. You know, when you're gonna pay the Nintendo price for things like this, but luckily I got this on a sale, 256 gigs for I believe $22. So you really can't beat that, but it's not for me, it's for my daughter. She needs it more than me. Yes, sir. Capcom Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics. Now, if you're old school like me, only the old school people remember games like this. So it comes with X-Men, Children of the Atom, The Punisher, Marvel Superheroes, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter. I do like the Marvel vs. Street Fighter games, especially the first one. The first two games were pretty dope, pretty cool. Heard it's good on Switch, and it comes with a comic book, a manual style comic book, which is really dope. It's available on, I believe it's on every platform, the Xbox, definitely Steam, and definitely PlayStation. But gotta get it for the Nintendo Switch, and it's $50. Day 1 edition, bonus music tracks included. Don't really care. Now this is Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1. So I guess they're coming out with a Volume 2 one day. Now there's a lot of Metal Gear fans out there, and there was a lot of controversy about this game, especially on the Nintendo Switch. Now, a lot of people are calling it a sloppy port, just overall, just in general, not just this Nintendo Switch version or anything, but just in general, because they were saying that the PS3 and the 360 version of the Metal Gear Solid Collection was actually better than the current gen ones that was released on the PS5 and Series X, which is crazy if you think about it. But nowadays, you know, devs release their games half-baked and sloppy, but they came out with a recent patch that allows the current gen consoles to play in 4K, 60 frames per second, and all that goodies. So that's good that Konami came back and they fixed up the game really, really nice. But come on, Konami, you guys should have done that out of the gate. Now, let me go ahead and touch on that Nintendo Switch version. That got butchered the worst. Can you believe that the Nintendo Switch version runs in 30 frames per second? Now, when this game first released, especially on the Nintendo Switch, the comment sections was flooded on all the videos and reviews I've seen for this game, saying that why is a more powerful Switch running this game that was on the PS2 and 60 FPS, 30 FPS on Switch. So a lot of people had issues with the Nintendo Switch version running at 30 FPS, and I do not blame them, man. And I think Konami should be ashamed of themselves, man. There's no way these games should be running in 30 FPS, and I know they can make this game 60 FPS across the board with all three titles. And come on, Konami, drop a patch to fix this game, man, and let the Switch version run in 60 frames per second. But I've seen videos where I've seen one video actually where a guy said he didn't care and it played and looked great on the Switch, and that's all that matters. The portability of it is what made him get the Nintendo Switch version. He's enjoying it. I pretty much heard it is good on the Switch. Now, what I do not like about the Switch, to add insult to injury, not only is the game 30 FPS on the Nintendo Switch, but all three games is not on the cartridge. The only thing that's on a cartridge is the old school MSX versions of Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2, and I think the Nintendo version is on here too. So all those games are on the cartridge, but the other three titles, the bigger games, you have to download individually, which is crazy. Now, honestly, I think the the physical edition for the Switch is a waste of money, and I think you're better off buying the game digitally, but only if you catch it on a sale. I wouldn't recommend buying this game at full price at all, especially on the Nintendo Switch physically. But this game was $20, so it's kind of hard to pass up a collection for $20. So for $20, I think it's a steal even for the Switch. And even if you play it on Switch, you don't like it as much because of the 30 frames per second, and all the games aren't on the cartridge, you won't feel like you got cheated because you only paid $20 for it. This game, I believe, is $40. I think they dropped it. I'm not sure if it was $60 at launch, but I always see this game for $40. And for the Nintendo Switch, I don't think it's worth $40. So $20 is a steal right now. Even on Black Friday, I'm surprised it's not on sale in the eShop. I think it is. It might be $40. I forgot how much a game costs, guys. But this game, I don't know about $40 for the Nintendo Switch version, especially at 30 FPS, and you have to download the games individually. I think this is definitely a sale. $20. It's a no-brainer. If the lower frame rate bothers you, I would say go ahead and get on PS5, because the PS5 version is also $20, which may have been the better purchase for a lot of people. But like I said, I'm a Nintendo Switch player. I love the Switch. You can't put that PS5 and a TV in your pocket, but you can a Nintendo Switch and play the games. And when it comes to like portability and playing a Nintendo console on the go, nobody really worries about the frame rate. So there you go. And it's 32 gigs download, better than the 62 gig download for Borderlands 3, right? Now, Knights of Azure, Bride of the New Moon. Now, this is one of those games where, actually, I think it came out the same year as the Nintendo Switch. This was one of those games where I actually wanted to get. It was one of these games I wanted to get so bad, but I could never find it. This is a really hard to find game. And when I look it up, it's not really worth that much, which is weird. But I think a lot of people got the game because of the because of the ladies, to be honest with you. I mean, look at the front, then look at the back. You see all those females. I think the Pervs has got this game just because they got the females in it. Surprisingly though, my daughter loved this game. I have this game on the PS4, I believe, and actually I would say it's a lot better than the Nintendo Switch version. I did not like the Switch version at all. The frame rate is terrible. Sometimes I feel as if it's less than 30 frames. The game plays like it's less than 30 frames, and when you're playing the game, the frame rates just drop while you're playing it, which is kind of weird, man. I think this was a sloppy port, and anybody that's interested in this game, I'll go ahead and get it for the PS4. Just do not get it for the Switch. Well, this game was sitting there. So I guess I just throw it in the mix. Nintendo World Championship NES Edition. I actually have the collector's edition that comes with the big box and those art cards and the pins, but it's somewhere on the shelf over there. Yeah, it's right behind. Well, you can't really see it anyway, but it's sitting on the shelf, and I'm not finna go over there and grab it. But this game wasn't even supposed to be in the lineup. It was just sitting right here amongst the rest of these games. So I just thought in there. Um, what can I say about this game, man? It's a challenge game, time based challenge game. You go for the best score. It's fun. It's cool. Okay, moving along here. Blazing Strike. I also have. Well, I didn't upload a video yet for the unboxing, but look out for that though. This is another fighting game that I saw. Wow, I believe a couple years ago, and I was waiting for it to come out. Now, listen, guys, let me tell you about this game. The art style in this game is dope, and the characters in this game is dope. Like, whoever made this game, they paid a lot of attention to the detail in the characters. Like, all the characters in this game look pretty interesting. And it's a 2D fighting game, like Street Fighter, but this game got like a lot of bad reviews. They said it was rushed, and I felt like the game was rushed. And it's funny because this game been in development for quite some time. I remember they kept pushing this game back, and I was asking myself, when is this game coming out? But yes, this game does feel rushed. It just feels rushed in every way. So if you ever played a game in your life where you felt like it was rushed, you were just put together, this is this game right here. And it's sad because the characters in this game are so dope, man. Like, the characters are so cool in this game. It makes you want to use every character and again test them out. Now, whoever made this game as well, actually I heard that one guy made this game, and I believe Axis Games published it, which was weird because Axis Game, they make Blast Blue and Guilty Gear. They could have at least stepped in and helped the boy out make this game a great fighting game. And this could have been a great fighting game if they just had showed it more love, or a bigger developer picked it up and showed some love to the game. But the characters in this game remind me of Street Fighter. So the person that made this game, I can tell they're a huge Street Fighter fans, because there's a character in it that feels like Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, which is not a bad thing. But man, this game was a waste, man. But honestly, I did enjoy playing it. I couldn't find any games online. Like I said, the game is kind of bad. It was rushed, so I don't think a lot of people bought this game, and there is absolutely nobody online. But it's an easy game to play though. And what I do like about it is it comes with a 112-page art book, soundtrack, and 14 character cards. The character cards is really what made me get this edition. I believe this was $50. You can get the base game for $30, $35, I believe. But the art cards, I thought it was a dope edition, and it shows the character stats and a little bit of backstory. I thought that was an awesome edition, and actually what made me purchase the game. Gory Cuddly Carnage. They showed this game on Nintendo Direct one year, I believe. Actually, the last Direct, the last big Direct, they showed this game, and they had a demo for it, and I played the demo, and I was like, wow, this game is good. My daughter loves this game. I love this game. This game is really dope. And what's cool about it is I believe it comes with a soundtrack, and it comes with a really, really cool poster and some stickers in here, man. That was a really dope touch. I also have the game on Steam. It's available on Steam. It's also available on PS5. For those of you guys interested, I have it on Steam, so I don't know if I'm going to purchase it on PS5. Usually I double dip, triple dip if I really, really like a game. I like to get it on all platforms, but this time I think I might sit that one out. But after playing the demo and seeing how good this game was, how enjoyable it was, I already knew I wanted to get this game physically on the Nintendo Switch, even if I don't play it. But I just wanted to get it physically. I do have it on the Steam Deck. It supports HDR, 1000 nits. This game looks crazy on the Steam Deck. No bullshit, man. When I think about it, it looks better. It looks better on the Steam than it does on here. But it looks good on here. I haven't played it yet. I watched my daughter play it on the Switch Lite. looks good. I had no issues with it on Switch anyway when I was playing it, so but it does look better on the Steam Deck. And the frame rate is better. Frame rate is good on here, though. It's 30 FPS, I believe. But dope game, no matter what system you get it on. Alright guys, here we go. Here it goes. I told you guys this is the Kickstarter edition. I was a backer of The Last Faith. And look how they did me, guys. There was absolutely nothing special about the Kickstarter edition. Nothing special. The Kickstarter edition is no different from the retail edition. The only difference is the Kickstarter edition comes with a slip cover. Was really disappointing. It should have came with a manual and other goodies like I thought it was going to come with, because I saw an advertisement where it came with a shirt, soundtrack, manual, but this was like a waste of money back in this game, man, honestly. Okay, what's next up? Sea of Stars. Everybody knows about this game. Now you have the there's several versions of this game. You have the retail version and you have the I believe the IM 8-bit version. I'm not sure where I got this from, but I actually like the alternative cover on here. And this comes with a manual, I believe a map and other goodies. And if you look closely, you probably can't see it on camera, but you can tell it comes with some goodies in there. Looks like there's a thick manual in there. I don't know if they got some cards in there, some character stat cards, but it comes with some goodies when you open it up. I haven't opened up the game yet. I have it digitally, but I thought this version was cool when I saw it. I had to get it, so that's cool. What else have we? Oh, I'm gonna save the best for last. Wow, I actually got a couple of bangers here, guys. I don't know which one I want to show last, but fuck it. Oh, excuse my language. Ys Nordics 10. Ys 10, guys. Yes, 10th game in the franchise. Played the demo, liked it. This is a collector's edition. I actually ordered this from, I believe, NIS America from Falcom. And guys, if you don't know, now you know. Let me tell you this, man. The Ys series is like one of my favorite games, man. Ys is just one of those games where like you can't put your finger on it. You don't know why you like this game. You don't know why you like the series, rather. But when you think about it, it's a cool series. Characters are dope. I think Adol Christians are cool. Listen, man, I don't even know how to explain it, guys. What I'm saying is, man, I love the Ys series. And every time they come out with a Ys game, as far back as I can remember, guys, I always purchase the collector's edition. I never let the collector's edition slide. Never. Never. As far back as I can remember, I always purchase all the collector's edition for the series, man. I love the series. It's great. Demo was cool. Played on the Switch. Played on the Steam Deck. And I always buy this game several times. Now, let me just talk about this briefly. I'm going to try and keep it as short, because, you know, I really like the Ys series. I've seen a lot of videos, people bashing, people been bashing, I think Ys 9, right? And they try to say that Ys 8 was the best in the series. No, it's not. I don't know why YouTubers seem to think Ys 8 is the best in the series. It is far from the best. Ys 8, and as a hardcore Ys fan, Ys is very boring. I think Ys 8 was a very boring game. It was really boring. I was sleeping. And they're trying to say Ys 8 was better than 9. No, it wasn't. I think Ys 9 is one of the better Ys game in the series. If not, it may be even the best in the series. Ys 9 was really, really great from beginning to end. Let me get it out of the way. The storyline in Ys 9 was phenomenal, man. Like, the story kept me playing, guys. Like, they hands down did a great job on the storyline in Ys 9, and that will keep you playing. And the gameplay on top of that was a cherry on top of the ice cream, man. And listen, now when I played this game, it felt like a step back. It seemed like they tried to do something different with the combat. Now they dumbed it down to two people, which it feels kind of weird because I'm so used to running around the world with like 4 or 5 characters or more, and you can switch them on the fly. I thought that was pretty dope. Now with this game, as you can see, you play with Adol and you play with a chick. And I kind of like the little moves you can do together, but the gameplay just felt weird. It kind of reminds me of Zelda 64 with a Z targeting, right? But that was pure perfection on Ocarina of Time part back on the N64. It felt like they try to recreate that gameplay, the Ocarina of Time gameplay with this game, but just with 2 people instead of just Link by himself. Get what I'm saying? And it was very, very sloppy. The camera angles are bad in this game. When you're targeting your enemy and you have to switch and fight a different enemy, it just feels weird. It doesn't feel good at all. So I think they really, really dropped the ball on the combat in this game. And like I said, there's so many weirdos on YouTube that's trying to say that Ys 10 Nordics is better than Ys 9. No, it's not. The combat was definitely a step back in this game. Now, don't get me wrong. The moves that you can do in the game, the little... the team-based moves you can do in this game is really cool. The double teaming is cool, but the gameplay is just very, very sloppy. But other than that, the game is good so far. I enjoyed it. I don't have any beef with it, but it's definitely not the best game so far. Ys 9 is like one of the best in the series. So this game is a collector's edition, as you can see. Comes with an art book, comes with a soundtrack. You know, your typical Ys collector's edition, man. You already know what it comes with. No different here. Now, save the bangers for last, guys. Save the bangers for last. Now you got Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3 remastered. Now listen, when they first announced this game several years ago, people were saying, are we going to get the physical edition? Because when they announced this game, I believe it was only digital. Then Limited Run Games stepped in and they had physical copies. And I don't remember what it looks like, but it looks pretty similar to this. I don't even know if it's the same collector's edition, but it's very, very similar. The limited edition version may have come with more goodies, but I wasn't paying like $100-something for it, so I skipped out on it. And then a month or so ago, I looked and they said it was coming out with it was actually right around the corner too. I believe it was a month or 2 ago, maybe 2 months ago. They was announcing a physical retail version, and get this, it was $50 versus limited run $100+. So yeah, the retail version was actually a punch in limited edition's face, man. And I'm glad it came out with a retail version because it was a lot cheaper. And get this is one of the best packaging I've seen in a long time. It actually comes with a steelbook, exploration map, soundtrack, and yeah, I think an art book. I'm real fond of the art book that came in this game, and I really can't wait to open this game. But the reason why I haven't yet is only because I have a lot of games on my plate right now. And you know how it is, guys. You don't want to have a whole bunch of food on your plate and then start reaching and grabbing over the table for more stuff. So don't eat what you can't handle, right? But the packaging is dope. What comes with it, the contents that comes with this packaging is really, really dope. Okay. So what are we doing here? I did say I was gonna say the best for last, right? I showed you two bangers: the Tomb Raider Collector's Edition and the Yeez 10 Nordics Collector's Edition, right? So now I'm gonna show you this. Need I say more? Need I say more? You guys see what I have in my hands. You guys already know what's up. Now, this came out. This is like Nintendo's last hurrah for the Switch in 2024. We all know, well, a lot of people don't know, but I always knew that the new Switch, the Switch 2, is coming out next year. Everybody thought it was going to be this year. Everybody kept making these silly videos. Oh, it's coming out next week. We're getting a direct this week. No, we're getting a direct next week. Oh, no, they're gonna announce the Switch 2 in October. Oh, now it's November. Now December. We still haven't seen a Switch 2. Nothing about it. No Nintendo Direct about it. And now everybody's feeling stupid. But people are still surprisingly holding on to that Switch dream. That Switch 2 dream that is going to come out. They're going to reveal it this year. Nintendo said it themselves even last year. They're not going to announce or reveal the Switch 2 until the last fiscal year. Nintendo fiscal year ends, I believe, in March. So why would they reveal a Switch 2 this year? It makes no sense. They came out with, come on, man. They dropped the Legend of Zelda Switch Lite edition. And on top of that, Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. So if that doesn't tell you guys that Nintendo's not going to reveal a Switch 2 this year, I don't know what's wrong with you guys. Why would Nintendo release a new Zelda game and a Zelda edition Nintendo Switch and then turn around in the same breath, the same year, the same month, even if it wasn't the following month, to reveal the Switch 2? That makes no sense. Nintendo wants room. They want the Legend of Zelda Switch Lite and the Echoes of Wisdom some space to breathe. They're not gonna give you a Switch 2 reveal and they just dropped the Legend of Zelda Switch Edition and Echoes of the Wisdom. Makes no sense. They want these things to sell. So forget about it, guys. Just look out for that Switch 2 next year, man. But I got about, I think every special edition Switch Lite they came out with, I have the 2 Pokemon edition ones, and now I have this, and I also have a pink Switch Lite, but that's on my daughter. So this right here, really, I didn't even need it, but it's a special edition. And one thing I learned is to hold on to those special edition Nintendo consoles because they hike up in price later on. But so yeah, this is more like a personal. This was like more like a personal purchase, a collector's purchase. And to top it off, I don't know if you guys know, but I forgot the name of the company. But they actually have an OLED kit for the Switch Lite where you can actually easily, no soldering required, you can swap the screens out and put an OLED screen in your Nintendo Switch. Now, that's what I plan to do with this edition right here. And it only costs $100 for the non-touchscreen version. And you spend another maybe $50 or another $100. And you get the touchscreen version. So that's what I'm going for. There's no way if the Switch Lite is already touchscreen and I'm going to put another screen on it that's not a touchscreen. That's stupid. Alright, so that's it. That's the end of the video. You guys seen the latest pickups. I know you guys haven't seen me in a while. I have a whole bunch of videos that I did that I haven't even uploaded yet. They're going to be pretty late. You guys are going to be like, damn, man, this dude just uploaded this video with these games, man. Like, but it is what it is, guys, man. It is what it is. Have to support a little bit of subscribers I have right now. And besides, I know some of you guys love my unboxing, so let me know, guys, in the comment section. Are any of you guys gonna do any video game Black Friday shopping this year, or are you skipping Black Friday this year? I would say this is like the first Black Friday in years. I think every Black Friday I represented on the games, but this year, nada. I think I'm gonna sit this one out this time, guys. As you can see, though, I mean, I made a few purchases, very, very small, tiny purchases, but nothing major, because I always go all out on the Black Friday prices, on the Black Friday games, man. I'm talking about, well, I don't even have a number for you guys, but I'll always represent Black Friday with, like, talking about like stacks of games, man, like stacks. But this year, I'm sitting this Black Friday out. That's all I gotta say, man. I've been buying games throughout the year anyway, so I pretty much have everything that I need. Honestly, there are a few games out there, a few stragglers out there I would like to scrape up. I actually wanted to pick up Visions of Mana. The Persona 3 Reloaded, I definitely wanted to get that. And I seen a video that somebody said, I forgot what store, the store out there that's selling that game for I'm not sure if it was $25. That's a steal right there. 25. I definitely got to get that. But when I went to the store at Best Buy, I didn't see for 25. But yeah, so probably like 3 or 4, maybe 5 games that I like to get. Oh. Let me do this. My Nintendo Switch OLED. I did get a few games. Now, I recently purchased Spirit Manzer. That's a dope game. What's this game called? Flame Frit. And Moon Priestess. I mean, at least that's what I can remember. As far as digital games go, those are my most recent digital purchase. And yeah, guys, that's about it. Thanks for hanging out with a kid. Let me know if you guys are going to do some pickups this Black Friday. And if you already have, let me know in the comment section what games you picked up. Radical Crimson 102. Like and subscribe. I'm out of here.